Hi and welcome to Processing Inconvenient Feelings. I'm really glad to see you because even though you might be feeling grumpy or things are not going smoothly, you're here probably because you know how important it is to deal with unpleasant stuff rather than suppressing, avoiding them, and pretending they will just go off on their own. So today we're going to be courageous, we're going to be brave and peel off that band-aid and deal with and clean up what is underneath using some mindfulness techniques. So how do we recognize when we're avoiding unpleasant feelings? It's usually when we kind of usually have a hunch already in our body, and that avoidance could look like you're just more irritable than usual. Maybe you're not as jokey, or you're not as being silly as you usually are. You might even be more forgetful or distracted because you're already stressed and it takes energy to suppress things that continues to bother us. And this is all because we don't have an outlet for these things, because we feel like dealing with whatever anger, frustration, disappointment, or sadness. These are the things, these are emotions that's gonna slow us down. It's gonna break our routine. It's not very socially acceptable, and therefore we just whenever we feel kind of it could be mental or emotional response, that whenever we notice, yes, that's that growing frustration, we maybe pretend everything's fine. We're telling people over and over again, we're fine, stop asking me what's wrong. Those are all signs of how we're not clearing up these bottled up emotions. And the way we feel like those things could slow us down and therefore we don't deal with it, it could end up in some kind of implosion later on. It could cause us trouble and create even bigger inconvenience. For example, not dealing with that anger, it might cause us to eventually break down, start yelling when we're out in public, or we might overly blame ourselves or other people for some relatively small thing. So today, we are going to be true with ourselves. And this is where we often think of mindfulness or presence as something that's kind of soft, but it does take commitment. It does take courage to face what you want to just sweep under the rug kind of thing. And we're here to not to think of solution or next step action at first. We are going to first deal with what is inside us. We're going to be true with ourselves. We're going to carve the mental space ready. When we do not deal with something, it kind of builds up. We feel like it's going to be something bigger than it is. But I like to compare this to very normal, some metabolism, some human activities like crying or pooping. There's things that just need to be processed and let go of. So once again, to remind ourselves, inconvenient feelings, they seem like the easiest way to deal with it is to avoid it. But sometimes when we just open a door to courageously look at it in the face and have some room for it, it might go well. Just okay, you come to me and it leaves. So I think that a bit of talk is important because we all need that kind of thinking habit of doing what's right for us, what is better for our well-being in the long term, rather than when we're caught up in the day-to-day busyness. So we're gonna do this by becoming aware of your whole being. You can close your eyes if that feels comfortable. And you find your breathing. Find the sensations, such as air going in and out. Is it dry or humid? How long is the in-breath compared to the out-breath? Now I'm starting with sitting down, but please feel free to stand up or move around to more effectively process what's in you. Becoming aware of some unpleasant or inconvenient feelings that you have suspected for a while. You can imagine it behind a closet door and you decided there's nothing better to do than to process this, understand this, and possibly get it over with. You notice that this decision is the best for all parts of yourself, for your present self, for your future self. So you open the door and let that in. Maybe you feel a little bit of surrender and lose of control. But your belief in the greater good and the long-term benefit keeps you steady. This is for the better. You're not suppressing it. You're being truthful. You're being strong and truthful. Maybe those thoughts and feelings come in a little bit timidly. And maybe inside yourself, you're trying to make it sound better than it really is. This thing is bothering me, but I can deal with it. It's not a big deal, even though it really bothers me. Or I'm so strong, I can overcome this. I will forget the unpleasantness. I just need to push through. And you welcome it in, you welcome it in. Those thoughts and feelings they feel seen by you. They're not here to disrupt your day. They're not here to have you hurt other people. They just want a little bit of your time to let the truth be seen. Maybe for a little bit, it could feel like overcorrection to you. It could feel like I'm blowing this up out of proportion. But you're in a safe space with yourself. You're understanding and processing it. This is not being directed to others where it might be inappropriate. You're not afraid of your deeper or darker feelings. You believe in the long-term growth and loving energy that develop from being true. Right here from where I'm speaking, we have the inconvenient wind that is creating some mess, some noise, and it is encouraging you. Yes, sometimes there are turmoils within ourselves. We're strong from being able to work with those turmoils. We're not strong from having none of these feelings. Yes, let it come up. Feel free to stand up, walk around, move your arms and legs to let the energy out. And if thoughts come up about how am I going to talk about this? How am I going to confront someone else about this? Are there actual changes that I'm able to make? These are normal responses to our planning, our thinking mind, also to our natural tendency of worrying. Acknowledge those thoughts for trying to get ahead, trying to be the perfect adult. Yes, those are all things to care about. And they exist in reality, in truth, with also the inconvenient feelings that come with it. They are both truth for you. They are both truth for you. And one difference we're making here is you're not denying any truth of yourself. You understand really what hurts you, what bothers you, and you're noticing what's taking up your energy. The real things taking up your energy. It might be the future probabilities that we feel like we've seen proven to be true. And the energy we feed into those unpleasant possible outcomes, are they comparable to the energy we feed in to pleasant possible outcomes? What feels like a stronger sense of love and growth? What is stronger and more sustainable? And the wind here is helping you shift perspectives. It's helping you see what energy feeds into one another. It felt inconvenient to deal with this, but you're so happy that you decided to confront it. You can confront the truth of yourselves with love and with strength. And perhaps this will help you having a more honest conversation. It might help you have a calmer conversation. Some of what you need, you are able to give yourself. And with the support of the earth energy around us, you also thank yourself for getting to it. You have done this. You're opening your perspective to the deeper truths of yourself. And you can open your eyes if they were closed. I hope that felt validating to yourself and you feel more empowered. Different from some of the other practices, we want to sense that there is a strength and commitment and for moving motion when we use mindfulness to deal with what we kind of try to avoid. And once again, these days our most important resource is our peace, our calm, and our belief in what's coming from the better, for the better in the long run. What will continue to give us love and strength in the long run. I felt a little fired up, and I just hope you really respect and honor your reserves, your own reserves. That's what is really valuable for us to keep on going. And it's lovely having you here together, and I'll see you in another video.